Yes, there is. If you have if your constitutional rights were restricted or violated, yes, you can get it on trial.
Okay,
no constitutional right was violated.
I'm just gonna move people down. I don't really care anymore. Resistance. What makes you think that? How do you think that? What was the judge thinking? Do you think why would he deny that? What are you thinking that he's up to? What's the nefarious part to you?
I mean, most of the time, a lot of them don't want to get a reverse, being that he was the sitting judge, and let's just say they do award him a new trial, and let's just say he gets a different conviction, or he beats the trial. It looks bad on that judge. They always do things like that. Or it could be another thing that he's just typical white racist judge from Texas.
Yeah, but this judge was retired, so he's not sitting there anymore.
Now he's retired.
What if the judges said, well, I think both boys' background just basically cancels it out. So why are we moving forward? Because as far as I know, the trial is based off some new facts. Would that be a fair statement or no?
Yes,
that's not accurate.
That's how you establish whether you get a new trial. If you present things that you feel.
There are 8 matters of law that a judge must consider when contemplating a retrial. And a retrial is only granted if it's found that one of those 8 matters has been violated.
Wow.
The 8 matters are
Go quiet, guys. Go ahead.
The 8 matters are procedural gates. Okay. Which we all know is basically your technicalities. The second matter is grounds. This would be essentially newly discovered evidence or a structural error in the trial. The third is the standard, which is where most motions die. The trial judge has wide discretion on an appellate court review. Only for abuse of discretion, meaning that the ruling stands unless it falls outside of the zone of what is considered reasonable disagreement. For most trial errors, harm matters. Constitutional error must be harmless beyond a reasonable doubt. The framing explains a lot about Anthony's motion. The claims about the gentleman's agreement and the self-defense instruction both require showing harm to a judge who gets deference either way. The other things that they look for would be jury misconduct, the jury receiving outside evidence, or a verdict that is contrary to the law and the evidence.
Wow. There's a lot to unpack here.
And that's what I don't understand, Matt, because when you look at what the attorneys put in the motion, because I'm looking at it right in front of me, it sounds like some reasonable dilemma that they are posing to the judge on why they feel there should be a new trial.
Is this Carmelo Anthony's team, right?
Yes.
Can you read some of that or no?
It says right here, it said the defense had argued several major issues. The gentleman agreement between prosecutors and the original defense lawyer allegedly prevented Anthony from testifying in his own defense.
Let's talk about that.
That right there alone sounds iffy to me.
He could have taken the stand if he wanted, but then that's going to open the door to his character.
Right, that's not what happened.
Hold on, but that's not what happened. Exactly. The reality is they had a gentleman agreement, the prosecutor and his attorneys. But the prosecutor then doubles back and basically force him or deny him from testifying.
But wouldn't that be
do that?
Nobody attorneys agree with that.
His attorneys are arguing this, though. It did happen.
Wouldn't that break the gentleman's
attorneys are wrong.
Because the whole point is, if you bring Anthony up on the stand, that will bring in all the heritage stuff. Resistance, so that's breaking the agreement.
100%. Exactly.
So the argument that the new trial attorneys are making is basically that this agreement deprived Anthony of a valid argument that he could have made for self-defense by bringing up the racist background of the white kids, the bullying, and so forth.
Well, they didn't have to make the agreement. His attorney chose to make it.
Yeah, that would be a counter argument. Yeah.
That's not a counter argument. That's consistent with the first argument. He and his team decided to make that agreement to keep his text out of the record. The text in which he said he wanted to shoot up the school, The guy, the one he admitted bringing a gun to school.
He said
He wanted
stabbed
to shoot his
somebody.
girlfriend in the chest. He said he brought a knife to
He said he
school.
wanted to shoot up the school.
Yeah, he said
He
that
said
in
he
his text
wanted to stab
message.
somebody. No, that's not true.
Well,
It's in
He
his
said
text
he wanted
message.
to
I
stab
saw.
somebody.
hold on, can I read the rest? Because that's not what it's saying. That's not what his attorneys are saying. His attorneys are saying this part too. They're saying the defense argued that Anthony was effectively coerced into not testifying because of uncertainty over whether the prosecutors could introduce character evidence if he took the stand.
100%.
So they coerced him not to.
That's not a coercion.
It says it right here. That's what they're arguing.
If you take,
You don't know that. You weren't there.
But
If you
also,
I
he didn't say
understand
he
the
wanted to
language.
shoot up the school.
No, you don't.
So don't lie.
No, you
So
don't.
if you
They,
bring
and they also challenge. They also challenge that the judge.
If you take the
Yeah, we have
stand,
that.
if you take the stand, then they can cross-examine him. If they cross-examine him, they could bring in his character.
But they didn't want. But they didn't allow him to, and he wanted to.
Nothing
That's the
about
point.
that he wanted to
It would
shoot up the
only
school.
be.
No, he
if the
didn't.
judge
It says
did
right
not.
here that the decision to
No,
testify
you
was
said
his.
He wanted to shoot up the school.
To not testify, but he's saying his team is saying. But his team is saying that he
Yeah, he
was
said all
coerced
those
into
things.
that.
He admitted to like 7 felonies text messages.
He did say he licked the blood off. Of
They also challenging the Judge Roach's courtroom restrictions, including limits on public access. They argued that the judge received improper instructions. They also argued that the original trial judge
We should go one at a
conducted and
time.
later public comments raised questioning about his
We
impartiality.
should go one issue at a time. Let's start with issue number 1.
Issue number one
defense-
is why do you think that he said he was going to shoot up the
So the defense and the prosecution made an agreement. Now, they don't have to keep that agreement. They can throw it out.
Answer that question.
No, we're not discussing that. I said it because I saw it.
You said it.
Yeah, I saw it with my eyes. He wrote it in the text. That's a matter of public record now. It all came out in the last 2 days. But issue number 1
Not the
is
last 2 days. It came out in the last half
2
an
days.
hour.
No, it came out. It came out yesterday.
No.
It came out yesterday.
You
All right.
said so.
All right.
So,
Thank
no,
you.
no, no, no,
Thank you.
No,
All
no,
right.
no, no, no.
So issue
No,
number 1.
No,
Yeah.
You want to? We can move on to
Issue
your
number
point.
1
But
is
you
the
said he
gentleman's
wanted to
agreement.
shoot up the school.
Yes, he said he wanted to shoot up the school. That's correct. In a text message.
Because
In
the
his
other
text
people
messages.
here just said that
Yeah.
that wasn't true. So
Is
now
it is
saying
true.
you know something that other people don't know.
Yeah, I saw the text messages. They were broadcast.
Yeah, but they're saying that text message anyway. They're saying that text message was in 2023.
They were
That's
talking about
right.
stabbing
That's right.
people.
That's
And
right.
nothing to do about shooting up a
Got
school.
nothing to do with 2025.
Well, he's a dangerous
That's two different
psychopath.
things.
That white boy was a dangerous psychopath. The kids in the school saying he was terrorizing
He
people.
wasn't on trial. He wasn't on trial and he didn't stab anybody.
Okay, just real quick, just to let you know that quote is in 2023. 2023. I see that here, and the defense does not deny that he did do that or say that. So those are the two things that we have
Folks
going.
say that he wanted to shoot up a school, Matt.
Yeah, in
That's
2023. Yep.
That's correct, yeah.
When? What does it say?
It says right
We
here.
just told you
it
when.
says right here, 2023, Texas evidence. Anthony wrote, IMMA, shoot the school up tomorrow, TMR for short,
There you go.
followed by a reference to a gun.
Now you can't pretend you didn't
Man,
hear.
get the fuck out.
Now you can't
Get the
pretend you
fuck
didn't
out of
hear.
here, man. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard.
Now you can't pretend you didn't hear.
Actually, it wasn't in evidence. They never entered that into the trial.
Well,
That's
never
number
even
one.
agreement.
And number 2 is, once again, that was an angry young kid that was being threatened and beat up and said that years ago, and it never happened.
But now it's on the record.
And it never happened.
Right, right, so he's a psychopath.
Yeah, the white kid is a psychopath. He drove
He's not anymore a
he drove
psychopath
that,
than Carmelo
that
was.
young black man to want to have to hurt
Oh
somebody.
my God.
Bring a gun to school.
So much emotion.
Yes.
Why is
Well,
it? It's
that's
an
just-
emotional topic. It's an emotional
Anybody
topic.
who does that is a
So-
problem.
Wait, didn't?
I don't know what the.
So the person is driving them
Wait,
to
can I-
make those decisions isn't a problem.
White people shoot
Okay,
up schools.
hold on. Let's let Mila go. New person. Go ahead, Mila.
Thank you, Matt. I want to say hello to the space. Guys, I just want to ask, I did find out that they denied it, so I'm glad you opened this space. Do you think, Matt, personally, that he was wrong as far as, like, you know, them saying that he made threats to students in the past? Matt Cat had a track record from when he was 10 to when he was adult. I mean, to when he was 10 to when he was at an age before he passed away. They did say he, you know, made racial comments and that he did threaten other students, and he was just a violent kid. Do you think that, that should have been brought to the case? Do you think it would have helped Carmelo at all? I know he denied it, but do you think that
No,
was
because
helpful?
I think Carmela's comments would have hurt Carmela more than Metcalf's behavior.
And
You
okay,
don't want him. You don't want him.
Yeah, I want to hear what Matt thinks about it. I'm kind of curious on his thoughts on that. Like, do you think that all the stuff put out there with Austin Metcalf that we just found out, do you think that it would have been vital for the case, or you think it was not vital at all?
Well, first of all, I want to say I want to stand corrected because I did get on someone's ass yesterday. So I didn't know that we had some messages from Metcalf or what they did too. So I want to stand corrected on that. To answer your question, that I think it cancels it out, right? So I think I agree with serendipity. I don't think it will help Carmel's case. I think in general, though, I think both of these particular incidents cancel each other out. I think that's why they had a gentleman's agreement, because they both knew. Actually, I think, like I said, I think the prosecutors would have been really favorable if they got this in, but they conceded and let this go, and I think it just cancels itself out, Mila. I don't think it would have helped either case to that extent. What do you think about that?
I think that when it comes to the self-defense and people saying he was afraid that he may be physically harmed because they felt like Austin Metcalf was bigger and that he had a track record a little bit that people were aware of, I do think it would have been helpful to maybe paint the picture of the character that he was facing, but I also don't think it still would have justified the stabbing.
So you think, okay, so you're saying basically essentially what Metcalf in the history, I gotta reread all of them too. He had been previously arrested in, what was it, like middle school? Or?
Yeah, it started when he was 10. He had attacked a girl.
Yeah, so,
But again, he wasn't.
And that text was 2023.
That doesn't speak to his behavior on the day of the stabbing.
No, when I would say behavior,
And
I mean
for a
as far
nigga,
as
and
like
for somebody to say that it
no,
didn't
I mean,
warrant
I'm
a
sorry, like, 1
stabbing,
second. I mean his behavior towards like, okay, so people were saying
getting jumped.
that he was afraid of Metcalf and that Metcalf had an aggression about himself. And so I'm saying because he has an aggressive track record, to me, that would have showed at least a sense of maybe fear. Yeah. But I still don't think the stabbing was okay. I still think that was wrong.
well, listen, okay, hold on, listen, this is what I will say. You can't tell a person how to defend themselves.
Okay, we're not gonna do this.
There's something called the law.
But it don't matter if a nigga break the law or not. You can't tell nobody how to defend themselves.
Well, that's why.
That's just like, hold on, listen. That's just like, punch your ass in
That's
the mouth. Hold on,
how we
listen.
told him.
Listen.
How he learned his law.
Hold on, let him land his plane.
That's 35 years old.
Again, listen. I don't give a fuck about what y'all saying. Regardless, y'all can't tell nobody how to defend themselves.
Well, there is the law.
I wouldn't give a fuck if you think it's wrong. I wouldn't care if you think it's right. That's just like me trying to tell you, oh, you shouldn't have tried to defend yourself when they tried to jump on you. Who am I to tell you how and what to do when you're not, when you don't listen? Listen.
Let him
God
land. Stop interrupting him. Let him land.
Damn, y'all niggas tender dick. Nigga, listen.
Reading at one point.
What I'm saying is, I'm talking about my point. I ain't talking about shit y'all talking about. And I'm gonna keep saying, as long as you don't shut the fuck up.
Man. Let him land, bro.
So like I'm trying to say, and the point is what I heard, and I tell everybody this shit. When people say, oh, he was wrong for having a knife, and I don't think that the stab warrant this and all of that. Listen, again, you can't tell nobody how to react or how to defend themselves when they feel like they're in danger or their life is threatened. I don't give a fuck what y'all say or anybody. You can't tell nobody whether they go to jail for it, whether they goddamn get life for it. It don't matter. You can't tell nobody what they are supposed to do, how they're supposed to react in that moment. I don't give a fuck who it is.
You cool with Carmelo getting 35
It ain't about what I'm cool with. I said what I said.
Okay.
That's what you said.
He's right though, man. You can't tell somebody how to defend
It don't
themselves,
matter.
but in that same breath, all we know actions comes with consequences.
Right.
So
And
he
I'm not
defended
debating that.
himself how he wanted to defend himself. And you're right, for that consequence, for that action,
That's
he
what he
got
got.
35.
And I'm not saying nothing about that.
I want your kids to get 35 years behind that shit.
And again, what I'm saying is, listen,
About other people's kids
That's just like
But
my
if it
son,
was
right?
your kid, you wouldn't want your kid in
Hold on,
35
listen.
years
I got a
behind
son. Listen, I got a son that age.
I got a
And
son too.
all right, and if my son said, "Daddy, I shot these niggas because I felt like they was gonna do this, that, and the third," you know what I'm gonna say? Okay, son. We'll talk about it when I get down there. I'm gonna call your lawyer. We gonna do this. You think I'm gonna be like, "Well, son, you shouldn't have shot them. You should have." No, I can't tell my son how to react or what to do in the moment when he feel like his life is in danger. Whether he get 20, hold on. Whether my son get 10, 15, 20 years, I would never say, "Oh, son, you wrong for defending yourself."
Especially about shooting little crackers.
It might have been. Listen, hold on.
Because I'm gonna flip it on him.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm making my point. Like I'm saying, again, if my son.
We heard it already. It's like this is the third time you said it. So check it out. So you're
Hold
saying.
on, please.
No,
Let me
no,
Mute my boy cracker.
Crack ass, man. Don't mute me.
Especially when shooting a cracker, that's racist. Imagine if somebody said, especially when shooting a knife. Hello?
Hold on, Mr. Red. Hold on. Please, let me answer Red. Please, let me answer Red.
Mr. Mac. Why you calling that brother Mr. Mac?
If your son, because I'm respectful. Now, a lot of people
You shut your cool ass up. I'm respectful. You don't see no color neither.
I'm not calling you. But let's say, if my son at 17 shot people, then what the fuck am I doing as a father? Because there's no way in hell my 7-year-old son got guns in my house.
Mine do.
Bringing them to motherfucking.
Mine do. I teach my son how to shoot.
Yeah, shit. What's wrong with you, nigga?
Put you in jail.
Exactly, and you are cool with accepting that. You
Yeah,
are
my son
cool
know how to
with
shoot good.
Yeah, my son know how to shoot.
dumb as fuck.
You would
What you talking about? My son shoot very well.
So I want my son to end up dead just
Man, can I
because
just sign now? Because I've been quiet more than everyone.
fucking life. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
just like you just said that dumb.
All right, you guys, you gotta let him speak.
I don't want to hear no Slavics.
Stop, we're good.
Hey man, y'all not gonna keep disrespecting the moderators, man. That's
Hey,
just
hear
slow
me.
over
If
here.
you don't get that tight bucket hat ass theory out of here, boy, I want to hear that shit.
Hey Pedro, brother.
Hey, I'm not your brother. Whoa, we're not
Fuck
brothers.
you, nigga. How about
Yeah,
that?
you dirty,
My mic on my-
stink,
Fuck you.
coon, fake.
Fuck you, nigga. How about that? Nigga?
The snipers in the building.
He
you guys
said,
don't-
"Fuck you,
You guys
nigga."
never
He
learn.
think he did something.
So, Brett, let me just ask you, but
Yeah,
you
what's up, man?
you had a choice though. Like you would rather have them do fist fighting than shooting your gun, right?
Of course.
Okay,
But what I'm saying, Matt, is that if I was in that predicament with my own son, I would never ridicule my son for defending himself in any kind of way that he did. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it was right. I'm not none of that. What I'm saying is that I don't give a fuck who it is. Can't tell nobody how to defend themselves, and the consequences come with everybody's action. I agree with y'all when y'all said it.
Can I say something now, Matt? My issue is this. When you hear a lot of the stories and incidents and things that happen in Texas, that specific state, when it comes to white Caucasians feeling threatened and fearing for their life, this is what they say. And they pull out those guns and kill a lot of black people over there, and Latinos. They usually get away with it because it's a stand your ground law. And even when you go into public record, an incident of young white teenagers being threatened for their lives in the state of Texas, and they use, whether it's a knife or a gun, most of them be walking. They don't get convicted and get 35 years. And that's what my issue is with the justice system in Texas. For some reason, a young black man had evidence showing that there was an aggressive kid in his school that was bullying him and threatening him. And then one day they come with some posse and he feels threatened for his life. And when he defends himself with a legal blade, now it becomes murder.
Right.
Shit sounds
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And there's no evidence that Carmelo was bullied by Metcalf.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
None.
Yes, there was.
Yes, there was.
That was not their first run in
That nigga had
Metcalf.
just broke
He
his
made
daddy
complaints
collarbone.
about him.
That nigga had just broke his daddy collarbone the week before.
And that's my issue, man.
That was the
You
women. He
post
was making
that?
up stories.
I never heard that before.
Well, just because you ain't never heard it, that don't mean it ain't happened.
Well, definitely doesn't mean
Your ass don't know everything, nigga. You
I
right.
Bring the evidence.
I have to hear
Come up with the story.
So resistance, do you have that at all? Can you put that in the group?
Does
I
not. You
never
just made
heard.
that up.
I've never heard that they've interacted or had a fight or broken bones or something. What is this?
I say his daddy. He broke his daddy.
Yeah, that's different. That has nothing to do with the case.
That ain't different. It proves that nigga was aggressive.
Right. He wasn't on
You
trial.
can say Carmelo was aggressive. I can
Yep.
figure that out real quick. I mean,
Right. They're too aggressive.
And he should have been aggressive. He should have stabbed the shit out of that crowd.
I know. I'm talking
Well,
about
that's why he's
Carmelo.
in prison for 35 years.
Well,
He'll probably kill somebody else in prison. He'll get another 35 years. That
get
guy's
what
never
though?
done this
Long as
in
it's a
his life.
cracker.
Man, shut your
I'm
Jewish
gonna stand
ass
up.
up.
Long as it's a cracker, I'm gonna put
Shut
some on
your
his
Jewish
book.
ass up.
Long as it's a white person, I'm gonna put some on his book.
He's gonna be somebody's little boyfriend. He's
Nah.
gonna be somebody's
Shut your Jewish ass up.
He's gonna
Well,
be
guess what? You got a boyfriend on the outside.
Alright, one mic on Crisis.
You got a boyfriend on the outside.
Big
See,
Dad.
Stage,
Who
Crisis.
made that?
Let's open
No
this
more
up.
comments.
Let's open this up a little bit. Steph was here first. Steph.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even see Steph. How you doing, Steph?
no more.
Peace and blessings to the room. All I came in here to say.
Steph, what's up, Steph?
Hey, what's going on, Red? Is with respect to El Normo and his lying ass.
Yes, baby. I just tell the truth, baby.
Hell no, bitch ass.
I'ma tell the truth, baby.
I'm telling you, shut your bitch ass up. Let him talk.
Dirty ass crocodile, huh?
Yeah, you stupid halfwit.
I mean, people just be saying shit, any kind of thing. And like I say, if you scratch a lie, you can always find a Jew.
What's the lie, you racist piece of
Shut
shit?
your bitch ass white ass up.
Okay.
Go back to fucking Israel.
Boxer was in there, Red was in there. The lie you told in the last one, you always on this.
What lie? What lie?
All right.
Talking about the Quran and shit and
What lie?
Islam.
You lying turd.
Okay, let's bring it up. Okay, Crisis, you're up. Crisis, you're up next. Go for it.
But they came in this bitch swinging today, man. I ain't gonna cut.
Yeah, niggas always fight. We had to fight our whole life. Go ahead, Christ, my bad.
If you don't understand it was self-defense, there's nothing to really talk about. Like, we see that they denied him. The shit is wrong. We do know that he still can appeal again. It was still self-defense. I think that what they're doing right now is trying to penalize the fact that he was able to raise money through like the GoFundMes and whatnot. And they're just trying to juice the family before allowing any of his appeals to go through.
And we gonna keep sending money.
So just real quick, just so I just let you know so you don't get your hopes up too high. I'm not really sure why everybody was really thinking that this was going to go to a new retrial because we did the stats earlier. Serendipity, are you there too again?
I am. Yep.
On the it was just repeat it one more time. This the numbers on the retrial and then the appeal process. It doesn't look good at all.
Yes, on a retrial, or number one, a retrial is a formality to begin the appeals process. Every defendant that's found guilty generally applies for a retrial. They have to do it within 30 days of their conviction. And if the judge doesn't decide on it, it's automatically denied after 75 days. But it's the first step in the appeals process. Less than 6% of retrials are awarded. In the state of Texas, nationally, the average is 5 to 8%. So they're pretty much on par with about everybody. And less than 7% of appeals are overturned.
So just to let everybody know, I don't know why everybody was so hopeful.
Nigga, cause it's still 7% left that he could. So we don't want to hear that shit.
Here. That's the problem.
I don't give a fuck what you crackers think.
Well, we don't give a fuck what you think.
It's still 7% that he can get free. It's a 7% chance that he can come home.
Take your ass back to Israel, boy.
Filled with retards like you who give their children guns.
And that's why white people keep growing tails every day, because niggas like you.
We don't have any.
One mic on Crisis.
They got hella tails.
This is what we doing. Hey, y'all can't show no mic control.
All right, y'all gotta chill out a little bit.
Alright.
I know, you can feel the tension in the air in this sort of shit.
Yeah, because crackers smell like bologna.
Crazy.
You smell like bologna though.
Is that what you eat? That's what you eat in prison. Is it bologna time on the tier?
Nigga, that's what you eat every night. Shut
You
your
like
bitch ass
jail,
up.
don't you?
It's
You
meat
like
time for
jail.
you. I haven't been in. What's
What the fuck you had?
So, man, can I talk, man? Because I've been the most quiet. And
One
they
mic
just-
on Crisis, man.
Oh, crisis. So I'm just letting you know, like, the appeal process doesn't look too good. You don't have, you were banking on that, were you at all or no? crisis?
No, I know the statistics, but it doesn't mean that it's over. But the 7% is on par with the national average, and they're gonna still, push their way towards that.
Right. So it don't matter.
Hey,
We don't care
What
what
do you
y'all
think
say.
they're going to appeal now? They can't appeal the sentence.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't. That's not appealable. And there's nothing to appeal in the trial record. You got to
Yes,
have a
it is.
reason.
They
You have to
denied
have
a whole lot of
reason.
evidence. They denied a
Just
whole lot
not
of
new
evidence that
evidence.
could have freed him
They
in
made
the
a deal
original
about
case.
that evidence.
Ain't made no fucking deal. Show where they made a deal.
Yes, it's called the gentleman's agreement.
No, I said show where they made that.
Yeah, that was
If
the
it's
first
public
thing they
records,
did.
ain't it? Go get it.
I beg your pardon?
If it's public records, go
Man,
get
that
it.
cracker ain't gonna get no
Already
shit.
been reported.
He ain't take a bath for like a whole
Okay,
month.
well go pull it up and show us.
That number, when the
Don't
last
tell
time
us
you took a
nothing.
bath?
You did not pay
We don't believe white people.
You don't need to believe it. Just go
You
to
should know
the
that.
record for the last 2 days.
Alright.
It's on the record for the last 2 days.
Okay, check it out. Alright, I'm just gonna keep meeting the stage till I just do what I want.
Can we tell them what the agreement was?
That's the boy. I don't know how to say your name. What's going on? You're coming off mic. You're pretty wild. What are your thoughts?
I'm not wild.
He's
You
had
don't
a
want
lot
that cracker
to
to
say,
talk.
man. Nigga, you've had a lot to say.
I don't want that cracker to talk, that's all.
Is that all you have to say? You just want the cracker?
But that's all I have to say, I just don't want him to
Well, what
talk.
I gotta say is that he gonna in that 7%
What am I
that
gonna
y'all
be able to
saying that
at least
he.
say something, bro? I've been the most quiet.
Oh, go ahead, Renaissance. My bad, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Just resistance.
Go ahead, Renaissance.
And everyone knows. Chill out, Weasel. Your nose hairs are bothering me. Your nose hairs are bothering me. Your nose bothering me. You mess with too many trannies downtown. You mess with too many
Hey,
trannies.
go ahead, resistance, man. Hey, normal. Let him
Shut the
man.
retarded you up.
Yeah, man. Y'all boy. Y'all have that powder, man. Chill out, man.
First of all, he sniffs synthetic coke, so it's not that good.
Boy, we want to hear from you. Renaissance.
All right, shut up, Weasel.
Do it, Renaissance.
Come on, Weasel, shut up.
Okay, they
So,
can
like
finish.
I-
You know what, we gotta bring back Ayla for this motherfucker.
like I was saying, everyone knows, and you could read it yourself with the statistics, there's always a disparity regardless in Texas when it comes to white defendants versus black defendants. Everyone knows that they are impartial and they're racist. They withhold evidence. These are just historical things, even whether it's exoneration.
The opposite, by the way.
All they do is suppress the truth. Those white judges, those prosecutors, they're liars. They coerce the Anthony family or whoever
Not the Anthony family.
the Anthony family,
The
the
Anthony
father,
family.
whoever
Yo,
it was,
shut your white ass up, let him talk.
whoever they were
Shut your
dealing with
black
in
ass
terms
up.
of
We beat your ass.
You heard what he said? He called them. He said black.
Oh,
That's it.
stick it out.
I'm gonna
He's
start going y'all
anti-Semitic.
niggas, bruh. So if you get sent, it's him and me.
All right, yeah. So like I was saying, it's more than likely a Jewish lawyer anyway. You know what I mean? They made the deal
No,
with
they
the
were some
prosecutors
white
because they're
guys.
a
They were
bunch
some
of
hot-
thieving liars, you know, and they railroaded him, and that's what happened, and that's what his lawyers are raising. He was coerced not to testify for some odd reason. Maybe at the point they had that gentleman agreement, but there's nothing binding them to the gentleman agreement legally. So if you
Renaissance, how did you know his lawyers were Jewish? How did you know the lawyers were Jewish?
Fuck the ass boys.
So that's all I wanted to say, man.
I didn't even get to hear you, gang. They interrupted you.
Yeah, I know I talk
much.
over them, but y'all ain't throwing them down.
Hey,
Nah,
Renaissance,
we
you
threw
right,
down,
bro. I
we threw two
agree.
motherfuckers down, man. But
I agree, Renaissance.
It's
That's why, and that's why I keep
resistance.
saying.
It's resistance.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good, man.
They keep
It's all
calling you
good.
Renaissance.
For the record,
That's because they're dumb.
2 crackers were thrown down. Just for the record, just keep it.
But look though, but that's why I keep saying that
Hey, Matt, salute to you, bro. I
within
saw
that 7% that y'all keep saying that he don't have a chance, they're still going to fight for it, regardless of what y'all saying they can't do. It's not the end. It's not over, and that's how we feel, and that's why we gonna keep supporting him. So anytime.
Sorry for speaking so loud. I just wanted to speak up and say that when Resistance says that his lawyers were Jewish, in this room they keep calling us crackers. I gotta say, you guys are some racist, despicable, horrible Americans. You're liars. You're terrible people. And I know you're gonna have a terrible Saturday night. There ain't a pussy in town that's gonna let you sniff it. There ain't a pussy in town that's gonna let you taste it. You a bunch of racist, low IQ, emotional niggas. That's all you is. A bunch of emotional crybaby niggas. Hello? Yeah, I'm a cracker too. And Matt is the circus carnival crew of the niggerdom. And this is all it is. You guys are just a bunch of complaining ass, crybaby, screaming, racist, bullshit artists. You can all go fuck yourself. And this is gonna be the worst Saturday night of your life because none of you got no pussy.
I'm gonna go down cracker. Y'all some salty crackers.
This title really triggered y'all. I ain't gonna cap, man. Y'all triggered. Cracker this, nigga that.
Yeah, that shit from,
y'all
you know,
triggered
man.
like a motherfucker.
They using Texas language.
I love that
Texas
shit. See,
lingo.
look, I like for white people to be who they really are. They say nigga and all that. That's
I
cool.
appreciate you showing who you are.
Yeah, right. That's what we want. We want you to be who you really.
Yeah, go ahead, keep projecting onto me, you racist ass nigga. You a racist ass nigga. I ain't afraid to say this cracker ain't afraid to speak up now.
Cause I'm on your way.
The problem is, Alistair, is none of what you're saying is landing, bro. So you just doing.
We don't care about none.
Lay off your hormone treatment. I know what I'm saying, it's not landing, but stop taking so many estrogen pills every day. You sound like Kermit the Frog, not a black man. You don't sound like a strong black man. You sound like an effeminate.
I gotta chill out, man. Goddamn.
Thank you, Timothy.
Right. That shit is annoying, Timothy.
All right, Joe B, do you have any thoughts on the title, or what are your thoughts on this whole thing?
I think the trial needs to be over with. I'm sick of this shit.
Well, damn, Joe B.
Of course she wants to be old. She wants an innocent man sitting in prison, especially if he's black. I bet you if it was a white man, she wanted to go for 20 years.
That's because you not care. Of course you do not. Because you a Karen, that's why.
Thank you.
That's what it is. It's alright. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm sorry.
Yo, listen, dog. I got bad news for you, dumb motherfucker. The trial is already over, you stupid motherfuckers. He done. He gone. The trial is over. But you can't let it go. And Matt Cool can't let it go. He keep recreating the same room 100 times. It's the same fucking room. The trial is over.
Like we can be racist and shit with each other without screaming at each other like that.
Let it be known
You gotta let people talk though, man. Y'all can say all that cracker shit, man, but let them finish their claim though, man. That's all niggas is asking, man. For real, it's not hard.
That's it. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Get your shit
I'm
on.
just saying, if he was wrongfully convicted for a charge he should not have had in the get-go. That's the issue here for me.
So you think
he should have never got the murder charge?
Resistance at the end of the day, bro, we're never gonna stop supporting him until he's able to get a fair shake.
Yeah, but see, I'm looking at it in the biggest picture, like many civil rights activists and lawyers have done for many decades in Texas. It's not just about him, because this is gonna happen to another young black man too. Yes, it's gonna just keep happening. They have to change those cracker judges and those racist prosecutors. They all are colluding with each other to basically convict people of crimes they know they didn't commit. So they know he didn't murder that kid, bro. Did he die behind the action of him pulling out the knife? Absolutely. We're not gonna just take that away. That's fine. But that ain't murder.
But he did,
and that's what the issue is.
Because a lot of people
it could be aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. It could be manslaughter. But according to him, he was defending himself, and there's nothing that they told us, in my opinion, meaning his defense, that don't let me to lead to not believe that. That white kid was targeting him.
Okay.
Can I jump in there real quick and just say something to what you just said?
Go ahead. You're a little low. Wait, is she a little low to everybody or no?
Oh, am I low? I don't know. My mic is...
That's better, Steph.
Yeah, you better, Steph.
I appreciate you. The thing that's interesting to me is that people have a hard time understanding that the depth of which, or even the manner in which he chose to defend himself. And like Red said, if you slap me, I may stab you. If you spit on me, I may shoot you. Okay? That's how I choose to respond. My choices, my consequences. I'm a full-blown adult. But the thing of the matter is, these same people understand why a police officer will shoot somebody in the back or will use lethal deadly force. They completely understand that. Listen, people have inherent bias, and it's clear and evident when you see that they don't have any impartiality in even their submission, their logic, the way in which they think and speak. At the very most, a young man should have been charged with manslaughter because someone lost their life.
Somebody died. That's what I
It
said.
does not matter that you didn't intend to kill him. I tell people all the time, if you shot me, your intention matters. It's still, regardless of what, the pain is still the same. But your intention is what's going to determine my response. And in this situation, understanding that, yes, he hit him with the knife, so they say, and it punctured his heart, and he ended up subsequently losing his life. A tragedy all around the board. The most he should have got was manslaughter. But because he was a white boy in Frisco, Texas. I lived in Dallas, Texas, which is about 35 to 40 minutes north from where my house was. I know all about Frisco. I actually could have built there, but I chose to build in a black suburb in DeSoto, south of Dallas. Here's the point I'm making. No one knows yet what the climate was for that young man who was transplanted from Louisiana. Nobody really knows a lot of what his experience was because he didn't get a chance to tell his story. My hope as I land, my hope is that he gets to actually take the stand and tell it from his experience, whether he's got to take it all the way to the Supreme Court.
Hey, Steph, does anybody know what the years are for manslaughter? How much can you get?
About 10 years.
Actually,
see, look,
someone like him who has no criminal history at all, no criminal record, no history of violent crimes, he probably could have got 5 years.
5 years,
the minimum.
And this is what I said, bro, because I said this, the same shit that Steph just said. Somebody lost their life. And I would have been like, look, little bro, we got to take this 5 years to the door, the rest probation, so you can get your life together and you can recoup. You get what I'm saying? And you can rehabilitate yourself and you still got a life ahead. You see what I'm saying? But you got to sit down because in the midst of all of the action and shit that took place, somebody still lost their life. You see what I'm saying? So we can't erase that. You see what I'm saying? So the punishment for this little bro, 5 years, rest probation, get your life together, do what you're supposed to do. This was a mistake. Shit happens, and that should have been it.
Yeah.
Red, the problem is that I think people think that we don't believe that he deserved any time. Like I think that's where the problem starts. Nobody's saying that he wasn't guilty of manslaughter. But what we're saying is that 35 years where he's eligible for parole at 17 and a half years, which ironically enough is how old the boy who died was at the time of his death. So they're basically saying you're gonna have to serve the amount of time of the boy who lost his life before you're even eligible for parole. What we're saying is that shit right there is egregious.
At least he's alleged
defending himself.
Okay, that's fair. I think maybe during our heated back and forth throughout the months here, that there were people that were saying that they're like, well, we just don't agree with the charge, but we do agree that there should be a charge, and that should have been said more often. I don't. Maybe he got confused in the noise. I'm not entirely sure, but.
Man, the former speaker would make you think that Carmelo did stick a knife in another man's chest. This room is delusional. You are all pathetic. You are all retarded, low IQ, delusional freak shows. Come back into reality where you don't stab each other in the chests. Hello? Hello?
Hold on, Basta. We're not here to make this. We're not here to make this the racial Olympics. We're not doing that. Like at the end of the day, I think that we made our point. The sentence was egregious. Was he guilty of manslaughter? Yes. He defended himself.
More than manslaughter. That's murder one.
No, it wasn't murder one, because murder one would have meant that he
premeditated.
To kill.
Right. Premeditated.
This dude was out here talking about out to stab people and take blood from my.
Yeah, bro.
Let's come for the limbo.
Well, you can't.
Stroke.
Hello?
You don't see.
Right.
You don't see
That's
the
what I
proof.
thought, nigga. That's what I thought.
But he's not lying or anything.
He is lying, nigga.
He's not
Prove it. Did y'all niggas go to the school? Did y'all know him? No, y'all
Did you
didn't.
know him? Did you go to his school?
No, nigga, I didn't, nigga. So y'all don't know what the fuck they said.
Hey, he said he want to put 3
Fuck
bullets
wrong
to
with y'all.
that girl's chest.
White people always think they know shit.
Quiet. Let him speak.
He on a crash out.
All right, Bima.
I said what the fuck I said.
I said,
Yeah, hold
quiet.
on, Red, let's chill, hold on. Bima, are you there or no? Miss Bima. Oh, okay, she's good.
I'm here.
Okay, I saw your little PTR. All right, what are your thoughts, man? They can't be like too happy with this. Go ahead if you want to.
I realized that was going to happen when he said he was going to email the verdict or the decision. I was like, I don't know much about law, but I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this doesn't look good. The specifics, there's a couple things that I have to look at. One of them was something about, hold on a second. Have you guys heard of the Waller rulings?
Oh, Beamer, you reading stuff about the Carmelo case? That's what you read?
Yeah, they're
Okay, okay.
What is that? Yeah.
Pulling